Good Vibes Goddess Tarot. So today I decided to do like a random reading. So I don't have any questions. I don't know what's gonna come out. I don't know what's gonna be said. No nothing. Also I'm shuffling like I have the decks that I want to use, right? But that's pretty much it. I never actually like in the decks that I'm using today. I never actually used them together, so I really don't know how they work together. What's gonna be said? If it's it's gonna be a funny reading, a serious reading. I don't really know. But let's find out. But it's a general reading that may or may not resonate with you. But it's cool. It's alright. It's okay if it doesn't. It's okay. It's fine. Thank you for coming either way. So we're gonna use my little animal deck. So at the bottom of the deck we have unicorn, and the unicorn is all about your third eye, your intuition. Trust the intuition, trusting what makes you different, and being unique. Ooh, and then we have a hawk, and that's a predator of prey. Trust the intuition, knowing and leading, knowing is guiding you and taking action on where it's guiding you and telling you what to do. Because birds is all about like it's messengers, and they your intuition picks up on like subtle things that we might not fully see with our 3D eyes. Those intuitive downloads and stuff like that, but it's like a nudge that we need to take action on. We don't know why, and we're drawn to do it. Take action on it. With the hawk, it's a predator. It's a hunter of prey. Like it hunts it. And it has like good eyes, real good eyes, and know where it is and scoop it up and take it up real fast, no problem. Let's see what comes up here. I'm doing only two cards from this deck. Let's see. So we have buffalo. And then we have wolf. I was just talking about wolves. And they both fire signs. Well, and from this deck, they both fire. And at the bottom of the deck, we have cheetah. And I forgot what the sign is. But seeing that I was just talking about the wolf, I have the wolf one open already. And wolves is from this deck is talking about like guiding its family members, protecting its family members, and its tribe and stuff like that, being an advocate, having rituals. So we have here the wolf missions is to uphold the well-being and the longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses self through activism. There we go. Because I know it's like the way I started off the word, I was like, I'm not going to say that word right. And then mentorship, humanitarian efforts, taking care of the world, protecting the world, taking care of the earth and stuff like that. Humanitarian. Or teaching, religious or political science. And then we have the wolf gets in trouble when it's assumed that every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps, although it will surely be uncomfortable at first. Practicing tolerance helps balance an agile wolf energy. Contemplate the following: embracing all, excluding none. When in balance, it is very reliable, diplomatic, and fearless, very caring, loving, and kind, loyal, trustworthy, disciplined, sentimental, and caretaking. Very family oriented. And what else I had written here? Compassionate. I think I said that already. Yeah. When out of balance, they're very judgmental and very dominating, and very fearful. Well, fear based. And to bring it into balance, you need to practice letting go. Now let me find the buffalo and I'll get back to you. So buffalo, it says grounding yet heavenly, practical yet spiritual. And we have the hooves of the mighty buffalo are grounded in earth, yet its heart and mind raised towards heaven. The buffalo sees challenge hardship. Hold on. The buffalo sees challenges, hardships, or any bumps in the road as an opportunity for upliftment. Therefore, the buffalo does not fear death, illness, or misfortune. Its its gentle eyes look into the road ahead, trust every turn. May we all experience this life-changing bliss from time to time, and may we allow this card to remind us that life is a precious gift. When in balance, it's trusting pure essence, no, pure presence. And when out of balance, it's restless, lack gratefulness. And to bring it in balance, it says to pray. Try to get a little bit more in tune with spirit. Giving thanks a little bit more, and stuff like that. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the cheetah. And cheetah is fire. So it's like fast movements and taking action on what you need to take action on and protecting yourself and not being scared and fearful on what you want to take action on. And if you are, try to reconnect with yourself and release the fears and the worries. Okay, next I'm gonna use my past life oracle deck. I have to explain to you how I read this one. So I read the top, whichever is on the top, and whatever is touching it. So if I laid the card out, like, it's a circle. So if I put this way, whatever's touching the circle, I'll read it. And then I'll still read it to the top and connect it to the top. And stuff like that. So pretty much the tops and the sides in that way. But if it's just one card, I'll just read the top of it. And then there's different sides. So you will see me like flip it. So I'm gonna start off with this side. And then flip it for the other side. Okay. So at the top we have, well, time frame, we have a crusade and something else, but I don't know what that is. But I know what a crusade is. During the crusade is when it was like a lot of wars, bloodshed, because they were trying to have like the ultimate religion and have like the world, like one world religion, but there's different kind of religions for a reason. There's different people believe different things for different reasons. There's different parts of the world where certain things make sense to certain people, and they do things a certain way for a reason. Next, we have trauma with physical limitations. And then, hold on, because if I put the circles together, the parts that's touching is death. We have death by fire on one side, and then we have hypothermia. Nope, that's mad confusing because hypothermia is when you're freezing to death. Hmm. Oh, it could be saying that you're putting yourself out in the cold by not taking action on what you want to take action on. With the self physical limit physical limitation, you're putting physical limitations on yourself by not taking action on what you want to take action on. Next we have fall of civilization, greed. So we got the tip. And then this part is touching it. Then we have ignorance. And then that is touching love. And we have domestic abuse. No, it don't have to be like literally, okay? Not literal. But like if you were like in a home situation and you know, it could be like I said with not in this reading, but like I said before, with the King of Cups, he might love like the whole like love them a lot, very much, but he's not gonna like give them the whole cup of love, you know, and no, that's putting you in like some that's limiting the growth or how like the restriction how it grows and stuff like that. You have to realize that and like be aware of that and understand that you have to communicate and share the love freely and genuinely rather than trying to bring somebody down and then when it suits you then you uplift them and bring them up. That's that's legit abuse in some way shape or form. You have to realize like that's mental abuse because you don't know like one minute they can do it, next minute they can't do it. Like which one is it? Can they do it? Can they not do it? What is it? You know? And then we have like a blank card, so you can pretty much because you're supposed to can write your own story here, create your own little thing here. But what's hinging it is corruption. You know, you will be corrupting their mindset and corrupting their story, and it's real hard to create a story or a line or to figure out which like if they can do it, if they can't do it. You know it. What we had here with the bull, like they're heavenly, is grounded, but yet it's heavenly. It's earthly, but heavenly. Like, are they great or they're bad? Which one is it? That you're causing mental stress and putting yourself in limitations on it by thinking that you can't do it when you actually can do it. Which one is it? Are you gonna do it or are you not gonna do it? And then we have abusive relationship enabler. An enabler is a person that like supports it pretty much, right? With the corruption here, and then they could be, if it goes that way, will be corrupting the corruption is somebody like enabling the abuser, right? And or enabling the person with the okay, put it this way. People already have negative thoughts. Everyone has negative thoughts. Everyone has like some type of confidence problem, right? Right. They do not need you to fill their head with you can't or that's not possible. They already would have thought about that. They already had doubts in their head. They don't need you to feel doubts in their head. You will just be enabling the negative thoughts that they have in it, and already it was already corrupted. You're enabling it even more and helping them bring down your world even, like their world even more. You helping them beat themselves down even more. And then that comment, that that little, oh, that would never work out for you, da 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 da, right? Even if they try to like overcome that and conquer that, now they have whatever you said backing that up, and it becomes like 10 times bigger, 10 times worse. And then we have ritual sacrifice headhunter. And then we have truth seeker investigation and spying. And that came out together, so it's pretty much like that. So like, with this with the wolf hair, and could be the not in balance. You need to let go of some things, let go of these negative thinking, and realizing certain belief systems that you have in you. Why do you believe that, or where did it stem from? And if it's things that you did, right, and it was bad, okay, you might have done some bad things, but that don't make you a bad person. If you actually acknowledge them, ask for forgiveness, forgive yourself for the things that you have done, then you can move on. But you have to actually acknowledge it and realize that you did some damaging toxic shit. Now going to use now. So now go on to the next my next deck that I'm gonna use. See, now I put in it here, right? And it says trauma, loss of status, or reputation. Right? You have to realize that, acknowledge that. Some other people are gonna see that too. Like, you want somebody to enable your toxic energy, your negativity, and then some people don't want to do that. Okay, and then some people might not want to be around you all the time because you just want to be this Debbie Downer and bring people down all the time. We don't need more negativity. We need more uplifting and positive energy. Like, I don't need you to fill my head with a whole bunch of doubts. I probably already have doubts. And then, there's people around you that just fill your head with doubts. They're going to be some people that actually uplift you and motivate you. And funny enough, what just popped in my head, because it says ritual sacrifice, and then wolves is all about rituals and stuff like that, and then we have fallen society. You no longer want to be around people that leaves you out in the cold, okay, to leave you for the wolves, okay? You don't want people that will throw you under the bus just for the hell of it, okay? No, you no longer want to do that, because fire is all about action, and we have fire here, but it's all about action and movements. And the hypothermia is you being out in the cold. You probably weren't fast enough to get inside to a place that we can warm up, because some people left you out in the cold and to starve, to die, pretty much. You have to realize that and accept that and let them people go. So you can move on for the better and welcome the like better in. And then there's some people that once you build something, they left you out in the cold, left you for dead, and you transform and you build something. Now they want to come back in as if you owe them something. You don't owe them anything. They left you for dead. Okay? We have death here twice, and then it was like hypothermia and fire. They try to suppress your fire, put it out, so you don't take action on something. Make you feel like you're not capable of doing whatever you set your mind to. You actually are. So once you break away, move away from that person, let it go, and stop believing those negative thoughts that they put in your head, and start investigating, finding out things for yourself and trying things for yourself, they lose status and lose weight. They no longer live in your head rent free. You no longer tell them certain things or care for them or love them the way that you did before. Okay, then flip over. But with there being a blank card here, and it's pretty much like you write your own story. You can put whatever you want to put. So it can be like your life story here. And when I say like you could be the abuser, like you already have your negative thoughts. You don't need other people putting their negative thoughts in your head. So it could be best, maybe saying that it's time to separate yourself from these like those negative people that's also like helping you put these negative thoughts in your head. If you're trying to no longer deal with, or let's say you're trying to like talk to yourself better, right? And every time you have this negative thought in your head, you stop it. You address yourself about it and stuff like that. And now there's other people around you that's still trying to fill your head with these doubts and this negativity. You can tell them like, I don't need your opinion. Your opinion means nothing to me. And walk away, taking away their power, so they can no longer enable this negative thought and have it be on a loop in your head and live rent free in your head. That's why I was like, you can be, because you be the abuser. You're setting, you set boundaries for yourself and realize that you're not allowing yourself to do it. You're not going to allow anybody else to do it to you as well. But as long as you allow yourself to do it, you're going to allow other people to do it. Because corruption. Because you don't find nothing wrong with it, because you do it as well. But and then there's certain things. Okay, another thing. There's certain things that you can do to yourself that other people cannot freaking do to you. Okay. You are you. It's your freaking body. Okay, it's not their body. Don't allow other people to do certain things to you just because you're in a relationship with them and stuff like it. Doesn't freaking matter. Okay, consent is important. Okay, if you're uncomfortable, you're uncomfortable. No is a one-word sentence. No, period. Like, stop. Period. Like, it is what it is, And if you're not okay with, if you don't want yourself to do it, you're not okay with the fact that you do it, you won't be okay with the fact that somebody else do it. But you have to acknowledge and address the fact that you're not okay with the fact that you're doing it. And then stop doing it, make that change. And once you make that change and you start seeing the benefits of that change, you're not going to allow somebody else to come in and affect all the work that you just put in to try to get yourself out of the place that you once were. Because with the limits of restriction and the devil card, it's the change, right? And there's limitations of restricting. It's your self-imposed limitation of restricting. and it's fear-based and stuff like that, your negative thoughts and stuff like that, the devil will pretty much will give you a whole bunch of fears and illusion and make you think like, fill your head with a whole bunch of doubts and stuff like that. Like, oh, what will other people think? Or what will other people, like, you don't care. You just simply just let it go. It doesn't matter. Just, just let it go. And we have here, don't know how to say her name. And the priestess of time. The time has come. The time to act is now. Right? And fire is all about action and your passion and your ambition and like your drive and stuff like that. You're leaving yourself out in the cold. Continue to believe in these doubts that other people put in your head, or that you believe as what, like, other things that other people said, or that you're caring so much about what other people say and your representation with what other people think about you, what other people say about you. You care so much about it that you don't want to lose status with other people, in the eyes of other people. But it's time to act now before you miss out on an opportunity. And then that's 23. And 23 reduced to 5, and 5s it's conflict, but it's temporary, and it's like a change. It's help you transform. And then we have bats in the belfry. You can accomplish great things. But I was gonna say with that greed here, like, there's some people that don't want to see you grow, so they try to keep you stuck and keep you down, so you don't really elevate without them, or you just stay where you are pretty much. And that's out of greed. They feed off of whatever you bring to the table, like the crusade. Like, they're trying to conquer your whole world and spread one whole religion, one belief system, but there's multiple belief system for a reason. Like, there's multiple religion, like we had here with religious teachings. There's multiple religious practices and stuff like that, and no one can say which one is right and which one is wrong, only then whoever created the whole freaking world. I identify that person as God. You might not identify that person as God. It is what it is. How he talked to you might not be the same way he talked to me. You might not identify him as a he, but I identify him as a he. It is what it is, okay? Like, it's just, it is what it is. You have to, there's good and there's bad, okay? He won't tell you to do nothing bad. So if you come to me and be like, he said to do this, and the third, that ain't him, okay? Like, that ain't him. Okay, he won't be out here telling you to go kill people, because for one, that's one of his commandments, thou shalt not kill. Like, he just won't do it. The violence and stuff like that, is just not him. He's they hit you on one cheek, slap get them the next cheek kind of guy, okay? Not punch him in the next cheek, like, just, he a very peaceful kind of person. You feel me? Like, it is what it is. And then if you really talk to other people, be open-minded, you realize there's certain parts that, reflects in other people's religion. It's not that big of a deal. We're not that far off. It doesn't freaking matter. Like, Christians, they feel like certain Christians feel like everybody else is gonna go to hell, just not the Christians. That's weird to me. Because for one, majority of our book comes from Jewish culture. So how the Jews gonna go to hell? We also have their books. We using their books as well. The Catholics gonna go to hell as well. Like, there's a lot, okay? You can't really say who gonna go to hell, who not going to hell. It's not up for me to say, okay? It's not for me to judge, okay? It's not up to me to decide, okay? Right? No one can really tell you that. No one. You can feel guilty, okay? No problem. Everybody has guilt, okay? That's why they have confessionals. Like, talk about it. Get it off your chest. Make you feel better. Repent. Ask for forgiveness. Try not to do it again. You do it again, repent again, ask for forgiveness. Continue to try not to do it until you just stop doing it. amazing. Like it's wows. You know? Um like with in the Buddhist culture, try to, be nice to everybody and caring for everybody. Everything is connected. This legit in the Bible. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. Be nice to people if you want people to be nice to you. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Look at that. Like it doesn't matter where it came from. It's just a life and it's a principle, something that you can learn from it, you could take from it, you can apply it to everything in life, pretty much. There are going to be some people that want to be mean to you just for no freaking reason. And there's going to be people that's going to enable them, like, yeah. Those group of mean girls that just simply don't like you for absolutely no goddamn reason. Okay? Because you out here just being great and amazing and wonderful. Leave them bitches out in the cold. It doesn't freaking matter. Continue shining and continue growing. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. They're trying to bring you down, stop your shine because they are jealous or envious, intimidated of your light. It doesn't freaking matter. They have some type of internal problem. They fighting themselves, and you doing you somehow bothers them. It's none of your problem, none of your concern. They're limiting themselves, and they have to break free from that. You cannot help them break free from that. You have your own things that you have to break free from, and that you have to accomplish. So accomplish them. And then we have Kitsin. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but we have I'll show you whom to trust. And that is a 2 card. And 2s is all about choice, duality, partnership, connection. 7 is all about internal, like inner work, internal work, struggling to assign, like assignments. Moving forward, duality, with the chariot, the determination, victory, and stuff like that. And then we had here with the buffalo, with the spiritual and earthly. You have to be able to balance that, the spirituality and your materialistic world. You have to be able to balance it and trust that, and not balance it, but how to move and adjust, knowing that you can't be around certain people because you observe certain energy, and there's gonna be those group of mean girls that's around you. Even though you're nice at some point in time, you start becoming one of those mean girls. You start enabling them, thinking that everything is okay when it's not. You start becoming corrupted by those people. Then we have a loyal guardian, a magic protector is there for you. And that's 33. And 33 is all about co-creating. Well, co-creating with spirit, working with people. You're protecting you. And 33 reduced to 6, and 6 is all about like reflecting, reforming, collaborating, yeah. So, to have somebody, could be in the spiritual world, try to show you who you can trust, who's there for you, who's not for you. When we have that unicorn, trying to give you the intuitive download, trying to tell you who's for you, who's not for you, and trying to show you what you need to act on right now. Because it's time to close out the cycle. Okay? Completion. And we have 44, and 44 is support. So we have, you're co-creating with them, you're building with them, you're working with spirit. They trying to help you close out this tough cycle that you're in, work on what needs to be worked on within inside yourself. And then you start seeing who you can trust. Like I said before, if you're not allowing yourself to do it, you're not going to allow other people to do it as well. That time is you're closing that out. You're no longer saying yes to things that you want to say no to. You're not allowing, other people to filled your head with doubts because you're not filling your head with doubts this year. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the gift of sacred sight. What was I talking before about the unicorn? Yo, look, third eye. Sacred, they trying to tell you with them downloads. Like, look, might be time to move away from these people, lead them out in the cold. Okay, they doing nothing but filling you with negative energy, bringing you down. You don't need that. You need people that will uplift you, bring you up, because you can accomplish great things, not bring you down. Let's see what come in the other deck. Okay. But no, with 2 4s being here, it could be, things being on a pause and stagnating, like stagnated energy, stuff like that. And also 4 means stability, and like, with a buffalo, we have the material and earthly here, like foundations. You no longer building on shaky and risky foundations. That civilization is coming to an end. It's fall. It's over. It's closed out. You want to build on a solid, firm foundation where you're getting uplifted and motivated. Truthfully, not just because they want something out of you. They want to shine your light, dim your light, keep you stuck, or feed off your energy or your money or any way, shape, or form. Because with that fire here, like I said before, that's all about like action and power and movement. And then we have, the time has come to take action. It's time to either come in from out of the cold or move, go build yourself some type of form of shelter, okay? Unless you will continue to be, if you waiting for somebody to come up and show up, you will probably wait out there forever in the day, okay? Like, you can do great things on your own. Go find out and accomplish them. You don't need anybody to accomplish them for you, to be there for you to accomplish them. You can accomplish them on your own. You can do great things on your own. You were great without these people. You're gonna be great without them. You was great before them. You're gonna be great after them. It's okay. Get up, brush your shoulders off. All right, like we fall down, but we get back up again. We have Poe, time for a change. Time has come. Time to act. Time for a change. To learn something new, use technology and gadgets with wisdom. There's another 7. And I said before, it's all 7's all like internals and self-interest and stuff like that. You have to act on things that motivates you, push you. You have to push you. You have to motivate you. You have to be your own cheerleader. Be your own best friend. No one knows you better than you do. And then we have Fairy of Divine Hand, intoxication, distorted vision, overindulging. And then there's 2. And 2 is all about like choices, duality, balancing, connection. And then we have over here, like what I said before, once you stop doing certain things, you see, or like, if you're always intoxicated, right? And at some point in time, let's say you go away and before you go to sleep, somebody could give you a whole bunch of water, right? And you wake up the next day, you don't have a hangover, and the thing seems brighter. because you're not intoxicated. You can see things clearly. You know what's wrong, and you want to, like, you can investigate fully. You know, really see things from a clear set of view, and know what's wrong, and realize who's enabling you or who's pushing you to do things, and move on and let it go. With the two here, you know who you can trust and who you can't trust. You be able to see it clearly. And then, oh wow, we have 33 again. We have Dress of Alchemy, Release Your Power. Like I said before, those people that are trying to bring you down, so they can keep, because they don't want you to grow or anything like that, and they're intimidated by your power, your light, and stuff like that. Let it go. Release them. You don't have to be their friend. You don't need to be around them or into, like, socialize with them or anything like that. Why you doing you somehow bothers them, I don't know. Why they feel like they need to bring you down, I don't know. Why they have to get a whole group of people to try to bring you down, I don't know. Okay? But, okay, you bothering a whole group of people just simply being you. That's a lot of power in that. Like, sit with that for a moment. One person need to gather you gathered a whole group of people just by simply being you. Just by existing, just by breathing. There's a group of people that just don't like you, just for you. Just being you, minding your business, doing what makes you happy, accomplishing great things on your own, doing whatever you set your mind to. They have a problem with that. It bothers them. That's not your job to deal with. They have internal problems in themselves that they have to deal with. Just like you have some internal problems that you have to deal with, and you probably dealt with it, accomplished it, and moving on to accomplish something great, more great things. Continue focusing on you. Don't try to slow down for anybody else. They have their own life to live just like you have your own life to live. And then we have Strange Valentine. Love is weird. Right? They saying, we're talking about they don't like you, but yet, they gathered a whole group of people to sit here and watch you, gossip on you, worry about what you do and talking about you. You're the topic of the conversation. Okay? Is it really a hate group or is it a fan group? Which one is it? You know? Okay? If all they do is talk about you, is it really hate or is it love? They love to hate you. Because you're just out here doing you. Like, it is what it is. And you just got to continue being you. You can't slow your growth down for anybody else or try to stop being you to fit in with anybody else, because that's not going to work. You have to be you. You have your own things in life to accomplish, just like they have their own things in life to accomplish. You have your own dreams and goals and aspirations, just like they should have their own dreams, goals, and aspiration. You have your eyes on your prize, while they saying, hey, focus on you. They could have been focusing on their own life and their own goals and their own aspirations. So if their life is how it is because they chose their life that way, while you chose to work on yourself and accomplish great things. It is what it is. It is what it is. You know? And then, that card was 27, and 27 reduced to 9, and 9 is all about releasing and letting go. And then we have Swamp, Mermaid. Your sensitivity, your sensuality is beautiful. Like I said, you just simply being you, being authentically you, being true to who you are, like not changing yourself for anybody and stuff like that. And that's 25. Not changing yourself, 25 is 7. We have like 3 sevens here. And 7 is all about like yourself and luck and stuff like that. So like I said before, you working on yourself, accomplishing great things, and releasing what needs to be released, healing what needs to be healed, and letting it go, and being true to who you are, living authentically. And honestly, speaking your truth, living in your truth, and somehow it bothers people, that's on them. Who cares? That means they have some problems that they need to deal with. That's not your problem. It's not your problem to fix. They gotta fix it. You just gotta continue being you. And then they might try to slow down, fill your head with a whole bunch of doubts to try to catch up to you. But if you don't really care about them and know that that's what they're doing, that they're just greedy, trying to feed off your energy or slow you down in any way, shape, or form, you're not paying them any attention. You just, shoot fly, don't bother me. That kind of thing. Like, and then we have strangely lonely, holding on way too tight. And that's 17 and 7, 17 reduced to 8. And 8 is also personal power, action, and conquering, like pretty much ourself versus our ego. Spiritual versus material. We might be holding on to material things a little bit too tightly and not taking action on like the spiritual thing, like the spiritual downloads, and wondering why nothing is changing and stuff is falling apart. That is why things are falling apart, because you're not taking action on your power and believing what you're like you have the power to do it. You're allowing other people to fill you with a whole bunch of nonsense and believing them, where they are trying to fill your head with the same nonsense that they're pretty much, it's projection, right? Let's say I don't like the color pink, so I don't want no one wearing pink around me. So I will either project that onto other people, try and make them know, like, never wear pink around me, because it's just so oh my god, it's so being over dramatic with it to the point we just don't want to wear it. You feel bad every time you wear it, because I'll just say some happen of like bring you down in some way, shape, or form. It's just negative. It's just simply just no longer being around that person, walking away from those person, like moving away from that person, taking away that power, wearing the damn color anyways, and just like, it's a color, get over it. Like, it's not that deep, and you won't let them live in your head rent free, have that much control or power over you anymore. And then at the bottom of the deck here we have the 3 witchy sisters. We have the power of 3, and we have 333 here. And then, like I said before, it's all about like co-creating and teamwork. You could be co-creating with spirit, and spirit trying to tell you, like, hey, take action on this, because it will lead you to like a better situation, and this situation needs to close out, because this is gonna come crashing down, so something better can come in. And they're trying to help you and protect you. Now we're gonna do tarot card reading. So it's gonna be a 3-card reading. I might clarify. I'm not really sure. But if I do clarify, I'm most likely gonna clarify with the same deck. Oh, with this, you're holding on way too tight. You could be holding on to, like, realize that it's corrupting. It's corruption. There could be some people that's trying to corrupt you and corrupt your dreams and slow you down from taking action on your dreams. Those clout chasers are trying to use you to enhance themselves in some way, shape, or form. But there's some people that will actually try to slow you down or just stop you, keep you stuck, so they can get ahead of you and they can grow and be above you and do the things that take credit for the things that you was going to do. But if you realize that and start investigating it and take control of yourself, and seeing who's for you, who's not for you, who you can share your secrets with, who you can't share your secrets with, and moving in silence, because investigation, you pretty much do that in silence, secret, pretty much. You realize that certain people that was trying to sabotage you or like affect your money or your growth and stuff like that, they can't, because you're moving in quiet, like you're moving quietly. You're not saying or doing or showing what you're doing anymore, and they, or you're keeping them at a distance, and they lose their status and their reputation with you. Like if they was known to being your friend, and you start going out more, and then you're not with them, you're not telling them and stuff like that. But people see that, and be like, oh, weren't you friends with so and so? And then be like, yeah, but I haven't seen that person in forever. Da da da. And it was like, oh, that's crazy, because I just seen that person the other day. Like da 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 da. Like you realize like there's certain things that they do or they was doing and they're around that you're not cool with anymore. You're not doing with that. You letting that come to an end, putting that behind you. So for the 3-card pre-shuffle, so we have the 10 of Cups, which could sometimes be like fairy tales, but it's emotional contentment, like happy life, happy wife. Because normally it's two people coming together, being emotionally fulfilled and content. And we have the Son of Swords, which is the Knight of Swords. And it could be like moving very fast and very impulsively and taking, being courageous and have like one thing that he wants to say on his mind. And, sometimes it could be very with the 5 of Swords, it could be, not picking his battles very wisely, moving very, like, being very impulsive. So it's like, it could be very frost from fairy tale, like, you have to be able to fill it out and like see what's there for you, who's there for you. Because underneath that is the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Wands could be known as the player, pretty much, and because he's very in and out, but like very hot and cold in a way, and it's very impulsive. Funny enough, very hot and cold. That's why I was like, that don't make no sense with the hypothermia and death by hypothermia, and then we have fire. Like, that don't make any sense. Like, because hypothermia is cold. Like, you pretty much, you froze to death. But then we have, like, fire here. Like, like, you're putting your drive and your fire out in the cold, and it's time to put that shit to an end. Oh, and then we have the High Priest. It was because how... My bad, I didn't mean to laugh. It was like how because I was shuffling, and then the card like hit my thumb, and then pretty much like flipped over, like slow motion. It was like but the High Priestess it's supposed to be like very intuitive, like having all the secrets and stuff like that, but she doesn't spill all her secrets. She's very intuitive and secretive and stuff like that. She's very intelligent, and then we have here with the like the unicorn, your intuition and stuff like that. Like your intuition could be lit and probably sending you a lot of messages and telling you stuff. The High Priestess will understand those messages, download it, act on it, but keep it secret. Like, and there's certain things she will act on, certain things she's not gonna act on. She's gonna weigh it out, Like I said before, like, she will be able to know, like, if you get intuitive download to go kill somebody, that is not spirit, okay? Spirit will not tell you to go kill anybody. That's not what they do, okay? No. No. Okay? No. They won't. Okay? You have to be able to decipher. Pick it up. Know that. Know what's for you, what's not for you. Everyone has intuition. Everyone has the, those gut feelings. Everyone has it. The female intuition, everybody got it. Okay? That, when something isn't right, that smelly smell, that smells smelly, that gut, the gut feeling, the intuition, the feeling you just can't shake, everyone has that. It's there for a reason. It's there to protect you, trying to tell you something, to get you out of a situation so you can move on and move forward to accomplish something great or to avoid a whole situation altogether. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles, which is all about, like, building and working on something until you master it and putting a lot of work in on it. And then we have the Four of Wands, which is like a relationship, two people coming together to build a connection, a relationship, moving on and moving forward and taking action. Because the Four of Wands could lead to the Ten of Pentacles. So like you are feeling out those people that's for you, who's not for you. And we had a magical guardian here, that's looking out for you, that's trying to tell you by sending you intuitive messages like, ma'am, he ain't for you. Leave that man alone. Like, the people that be like, oh, God, if he ain't for me, send me a sign, and he sent a whole ass sign, and you be like, well, I can't see. Like, no, okay? No. So whatever happened in that situation, your fault, okay? Because I sent that sign that you asked for. Like, it's what Spirit's gonna be saying. Like, don't ask me crying on some, oh, why didn't you tell me? Because I did tell you. Like, it's like, completion. Let it go. So something else better can come in. Okay? Stop trying to. No one is gonna enable your behavior. Okay? Spirit is not gonna do that. If it's good, they're gonna, like, go ahead, continue. But if it's negative, they're gonna tell you to stop that. Because it needs to be stopped. Because if it doesn't, you're going to continue doing this, destructive behavior and corrupt other people. And that's damaging. And there's going to be more damage being done. It's like, the hurt people. We don't need that. We need more healed people. Okay? In order to move on and move forward, the world is already enough. We don't need negativity and more negative people, okay? So if you're having a bad day, keep to yourself. That's nice. Don't go around trying to make other people's day bad. That's weird. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. And like, she can give and receive the full cup of love. She's also very intuitive. So she know who she knows. See how she have the little hand over her cup? Can you see that? Her little hand over her cup, her little wing. She know who she got to give this cup of love to, who she not giving this cup of love to. You know who you can trust, who you not trusting with your secrets and your way of life and what you're working on and stuff like that. You're not telling everybody. You being your own best friend, talking to yourself, and what I mean by talking, like, cheering on for yourself and rooting for yourself, supporting yourself. When those doubts come up, you take a break and realize that, it's a part of life. It's a part of the journey. There's gonna be some up and down, some setbacks. It doesn't mean that it's not for you or that you're not meant to do it. It just, it is what it is. But could be getting an intuitive message that you need to be taking action on. And the intuitive message could be different for everybody, but it's time to take action on it. Let's see if there's anything else that want to come out. Ooh, no, I want to clarify the High Priestess. Why is the High Priestess here? Then I also want to clarify the Four of Wands and find out what the Four of Wands are. But I'm going to do the High Priestess first. We have the Six of Swords. I have to look at it carefully. The Six of Swords. So, like, where you are in choppy waters, you're trying to get to calmer waters. But the only way that, it's choppy because your thoughts and your feelings, how you feel about the situation. Like, you're thinking about feelings when you just need to feel it. Like, your intuition, like I said before, it's picking up on things that we might not actually see with our own naked actual eye. It's a feeling. It's, you know, you just be able to pick up and sense that something is off and something is wrong. Like, maybe like it's some tension in the air that you can cut with a knife. Like, it's thick. Like, it's just a feeling. You can feel it. It's ill. You don't want to be around it. It tells you when something is weird, something's off, something's wrong, to walk away from it or face it head on. Address it. Address the elephant in the room rather than running from it or just simply pretending that it's not there. The Ten of Cups came back. Well, I said before with the fairyland, the fairy tale. See the rainbows? Like, if you actually want a rainbow, you have to address the darkness, address the elephant in the room in order to, have the actual rainbow. It actually has to rain for it to be a rainbow. And so you have to address the darkness and come at peace with that. Acknowledge it. Like I said before over here, if you're feeling yourself with negative doubts and like negative energy and stuff like that, at some point you have to stop that. Release yourself from that. Cut it off. And once you start doing that, stop feeding yourself negative energy and telling yourself negative, degrading things, you're not going to allow other people to do it. You start cutting them off as well. Because you can't, you have to have boundaries and set boundaries for yourself unless other people are going to set them for you. And, then you living a life that you don't really want to live in. They doing it for you. And then, see, with the Nine of Cups, that's all about, emotional fulfillment. No, not emotional fulfillment. It's like a wish granted, but, you feel like emotional contentment. You could be feeling pleased or, out of smugness. And we see how the same moon here. Like, you keep things secret out of, trying to keep things smooth for you can actually be happy, keeping things quiet so you can actually have peace for yourself. And some people might find that, you being smug or you being arrogant or you thinking that you're better than them, but it's like, no, that certain people are going to try to sabotage you and corrupt your dream and try to bring you down, and you're not dealing with that. Right? At the cross in the Ten of Cups is the freaking devil. Like, you're not allowing negative energy to bring down your shine. Like, you're not doing that. You're not allowing people to make you feel bad for working on yourself. With the Sun card, it's being shined as like a light's being shined on people that's enabling this negative devil energy, this abusive, toxic energy. It's the light's being shined on it. It's time to let it go and change it, because it's stopping you. It's holding you. And then I was talking about the self-restriction. It's time to let it go. Shine a light on it. Either you're aware of it. Spirit sending a whole bunch of intuitive messages to you, or you know it, you pick it up on it, and you're either ignoring it, suppressing it, and putting it down. And the Sun's card is saying nah, we're gonna shine the light on it, okay? It's time to let it shine, okay? Liar, pants on fire. Acknowledge those lies, and stop lying to yourself, and you start realizing you don't want nobody else lying to you. You start seeing who's for you, who's not for you. Who's trying to feed you fairy tale and fluff, make believe. Who's trying to tell you something real, solid, trying to give you real life happiness. Because they trying to keep you, the devil will try to fill you with a bunch of fears and illusions to keep you stuck in something that you don't need to be stuck in. But why the Four of Wands here? Okay. We have the Page of Swords. And the Page of Swords is, looking over your shoulder, spying. We had that here, spying, looking over your shoulders. But it's also like disappointment, gossiping, feeling on guard. It's very immature, And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. Things changing. Things turning either for the better or for the worse. But some coming to an end, okay? And then we see how, like, the rainbow, again, with the strings here, that's coming to an end. It's time, like, to shine the light on that devil energy, to work on it and address it, to break you free from it, to release yourself from it, to change it. See how that owl is right here? Same owl sitting here, looking at the things that, the things that you're supposed to keep on guard from, being alert from, and keep an eye out, keep watch from, because you feel like they coming for you, they gonna attack you, stuff like that. That's coming to an end and turning around for you to let them people go and release them. Or it's time to let it go and release them. You see how the moon on this side, okay? Now it's like reflecting. It's like it's mirrored. It's no longer this moon. It's a different moon, It's in a different cycle. It's time to let it go and put it to an end. And then we have the Four of Swords, which is all about, like, arrest, breaking. And again, you see how, like, the third eye is lit up, okay? Your intuition is trying to send you a message, tell you something that you need to act on, to take action on, to help you move forward. Right? With confidence. Okay? Trying to shine the light on that devil energy and that toxic energy so you can break free from it, build up the strength and the confidence to move on for the better. To accomplish those great things that you can accomplish. You just have to work on it. Right? Because underneath the strength card was the Six of Wands, which is like a victory after a long battle. You just got to work on it, baby. Okay? Like, it is what it is. But that's all that I'm seeing for this reading. If you feel like this reading resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe. Other than that, thank you for watching. Bye.